Coming up on Jag News, seniors dance their way out of South, the emotional endings for many South seniors.
Find out why some South students got the chance to get up and personal with some Phoenix Suns players.
But first, a bloody crash and one student's death, but it's all fake. Will this visual example of the dangers of drinking and driving save lives on graduation night?
Coming to you from the Broadcast Center at South Mountain High School, it's Jag News Now.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Jaguar News. I'm Sol Hernandez.
And I'm Kimberly Aguilar. Graduation is right around the corner, and that's our top story. Seniors are now just weeks away from getting their diplomas. We checked to see how many seniors will be graduating. The head of the counseling department, Ms. Carroll, told us they won't know an exact number until the day of graduation. We do know there will be a variety of speakers at graduation. They will include the principal and Spanish teacher, Debbie Cunez. Graduation is May 22nd at 8:30 p.m. It's going to be held at the Veterans Memorial Coliseum on the State Fairgrounds. Seniors need to be there at 7. There'll also be a special senior assembly May 19th at 9 a.m. in the auditorium. Cap and gown take-up is right after the assembly. Graduation rehearsal is May 21st at 1 p.m. in the old gym. Remember, bring your IDs.
Every year, hundreds of students across the United States drink and drive and end up dying or seriously injured. The Phoenix Fire and Police Department set up a mock crash to give students a simulation of what could happen if you are drinking and driving. Jaguar News reporter Kevin Ixtabelan gets a close look of the mock crash.
The view of panic, dead bodies, fire trucks, and the police grabbing the attention of the students. The Phoenix Fire Department, along with the police department, put on a show of the possible outcomes of driving under influence.
This is a real scenario. We're doing it in an acting sense, but it happens over and over again. So we just don't want it to be you.
Students who watched the event shared what they learned.
Snaps your head back.
I learned not to drink and drive, and even if I do drink or anything, I should at least get somebody that's actually sober to like drive me home or just get like a taxi.
The police department showed the students how to perform CPR on people that looked the most injured. To make the accident more realistic, a chopper flew on the field and took off with the injured student.
Multiple messages in today, knowing that your choice, one choice can change the rest of your life. I hope you guys all got that message today.
This was a learning experience for the actors who lived through the experience.
I really enjoyed that I'm really thankful that we got to do this because it's a real message and it's good to have teenagers aware of the consequences when you're under the influence.
I was right before it all started. I was right here, just crying, trying to, and the firefighters were all asking me if I was okay. They were coming up to me. They thought maybe this happened to me.
Even though the crash was obviously staged, the sight of blood, crying, and panic shook many onlookers. This is Kevin Ixtabelan reporting for Jaguar News.
The purpose of the mock crash was to show the effects of drinking and driving. As far as we know, there was no drinking and driving accidents during this year's prom. Prom was held last Saturday at the Children's Museum in downtown Phoenix, and the theme was The Great Gatsby. The prom king and queen are Jesus Becerra and Zaira Peralta.
An important reminder to every junior next Wednesday, April 28th. You have to bubble in your answer sheet for the ACT test before the day of testing. If you do not bubble in an answer sheet before the test date, you will not be allowed to take the ACT test on Wednesday. If you were absent when the bubbling was done, make sure to talk to your history teacher to see if you can bubble in your answer sheet before the test date.
The Ames results are in, and South Mountain made amazing progress. In Ames reading, South scores increased 6% over last year. The Ames writing scores were even more impressive. South students scored 16% higher than last year. South's principal, Mrs. Williams, says this is the biggest increase of any school in the Phoenix Union District.
JROTC gave out awards to some of the best cadets at South. While other kids may get trophies and plaques for sports that they played, JROTC cadets got medals for going above and beyond. Thursday, April 10th, cadets were given awards that they were nominated for. There are 3 categories that a cadet can be given an award in: This has been a really memorable year for South, hasn't it?
It really has. We've been winning a lot of awards. Coming up on Jag News, for many seniors, this was their last spin on a South Mountain stage.
Hear about the emotional impact that many of these dancers left on the stage.
Hello, welcome to South Mountain Nursing Home. How may I help you?
So I'm here to visit my grandmother April 2.
Okay, go ahead and sign here.
Hi, Grandma.
Oh, hello, darling.
Was that you, Maggie?
What was I thinking?
Oh my God, Grandpa, is that you? You look so young there.
It appears so, Raven, but on the day I was the
Are you getting your yearbook, darling?
No, I don't think so.
But why? A yearbook holds so many memories. Oh my God, look at us.
Yeah, we look good.
Money well spent.
Don't lose your favorite high school memories. Order your yearbook now. Only $40 in April. Look for the yearbook table at first and second lunch.
Another South Mountain senior has gotten her wings. Several months ago, we brought you the story of Raul Rosas and Eugenia Ane Way. Both had solo flights. Just this past week, Eugenia became a real pilot. Here is a picture of her with her designated FAA examiner, Marilyn Shea. Eugenia started out in the South Air Traffic Control classes sophomore year, but junior year got ground school training and then switched to pilot training. Eugenia, who is a native West African, now is qualified pilot in this country, having received her private pilot's license. Another aerospace senior, Ubaldo Mijares, is planning to get his private pilot's license on Monday.
For 2 nights, the dancers of South Mountain graced the stage as they put on their annual spring concert. But for some of them, it was their last before their senior year comes to an end. You could sense the emotion just watching senior Cynthia Solis perform this modern dance move during the spring dance concert. Cynthia has danced in 2 performances every year since she was a freshman at South. This last one hit her hard.
When I was backstage, I almost cried just because it's my first and last solo on South stage. That's a big deal.
And other seniors had similar reactions to their last dances.
Knowing it was my last solo was really sad and it hurt dancing, but at the same time it felt nice to dance it.
It was really, really amazing. I can't actually explain the feeling. It was everything that I've been working for since freshman year.
The seniors have put a lot of time into their solos ever since they started preparing in January. Some even sacrificed sleep and study time to perfect their solo dances.
It was hours and hours crying, stress, injuries, and a whole bunch of hard work to get to this point.
I went in when I could. I went in during lunch. I went in after school. I went in early in the morning when I had to sleep in Ames. Like, I got all the studio time that I could.
Senior Cynthia Solis and Kyla Matthews not only had their solos to worry about, but they also had to choreograph 2 beginning level dance classes.
Choreographing for them was really, really hard because they weren't at the level as most of the dancers I've choreographed for, but it was a challenge for me and I thrive on challenge.
It was a great experience. Like, that was my first class that I taught and I was able to choreograph for 21 students and 21 personalities.
Cynthia may have started in dance, but as her senior year comes to an end, she says her career in dance is just beginning. She thanks her teachers for their guidance.
They taught me to love what I love, and now it's my final hurrah. It's pretty sad, but it's bittersweet because I'm going to keep doing it.
Are you interested in camping? Well, here's a good opportunity for you to experience. The Wilderness Club is planning a 3-day trip to Payson next week. They'll be hiking, exploring, and cooking out. Any staff member or students are welcome. For more information, attend the Wilderness Club meeting Tuesday at 7:20 a.m. sharp in room M134.
A special celebration is being held for some of our seniors who are going to four-year universities after they graduate. The college shower will be held on Thursday, May 1st during 4th hour in the cafeteria annex. Lunch will be provided along with gifts for students who are making the big step towards college. Invitations are being sent out by counselors along with a brown slip for your 4th hour that needs to be returned to counseling.
Preparing for college can be a difficult process for students who are unaware of what to expect. South Mountain English teacher John Connell is for a proposal that will offer a class to students in need of help with getting ready for their future.
They're English elective classes called College and Career Readiness. They're designed to assist 9th and 10th graders to prepare them for AIMS or whatever AIMS is going to look like next year. And the 11th and 12th grade is designed to help students pass the AIMS test if they haven't done so the first time. But if they have passed it, we have the flexibility as teachers to offer a college preparedness portion of the course, which allows students enough time to complete applications for colleges, for scholarships, for FAFSA, take care of everything they need to take care of for the next step of their education.
This class will be offered to all students, freshmen to seniors. See your counselors for more details.
Coming up on sports, some of our seniors took their last steps on the South Mountain track.
And our own communications program had the chance to interview the Phoenix Suns players.
Thanks, guys. Our Jaguars baseball team, on Wednesday night, South faced Sinton Catholic at home. Sinton Catholic got the lead early in the game, and they would extend that lead to win the game 15-1. The Lady Jaguars, like the boys, weren't able to get the win with a score of 0-15 against Sinton Catholic. Their next game is Tuesday against Queen Creek, here at home. So come and make sure you come out and support your Lady Jaguars. This week, students from the media department took a visit to the U.S. Airways Center. There, they were able to get a real-life experience of what it would be like to interview Phoenix Suns players. Jaguar News reporter Eric Adava brings us this story.
This is the side of sports you don't always see. The hallway in the U.S. Airways Center. It led to the court where South students got their chance to play sports reporter with the Phoenix Suns.
I thought it was really cool to be able to meet people, basketball players. I've never met a basketball player before, so that was an awesome opportunity.
The students toured the Al McCoy Media Center and learned about what happens on a typical game day for the media. After receiving media information on the Suns, students thought up questions to ask the players. As students made their way to the practice court, they passed through the decorated Suns hallway, which is redecorated each basketball season. But before they could ask questions, the students watched the Suns hold their final practice of the season.
It was really exciting, actually. Just meeting the players themselves and getting to interview them. That was really exciting, and being able to take pictures with them too. That was really fun.
Jaguar News' own Jose Contreras directed his questions to shooting guard Leandro Barbosa.
All right, what went through your mind when you found out you were coming back to Arizona?
Man, I don't know what came in my mind. I was just happy.
Students say they cannot wait to go back next year. For Jaguar News, I'm Eric Aldava.
Wednesday's track meet had a bittersweet feeling for class of 2014, for this was their last home meet. When it started, all 15 seniors were recognized one by one for their participation in the track team and their individual events. Here we have senior Zylan Cheatham gaining speed and into his long jump, and Desmond Brown and Shaquan Dean for the 100-meter dash. Desmond Brown also participated in the high jump. And a special congratulations to Alan Ordonez, Hanson Nido, Victor Espinoza, and Amadou Sai for winning the 4x800, overlapping their opponents. That's it for sports this week. Back to you guys.
The Phoenix Police Department held their annual Too Young to Drink PSA contest. Jaguar News took first place in the video contest for a second year in a row, earning them $5,000.
My big brother always told me not to follow the crowd. He said, don't make dumb decisions to be the person that I want to be. The thing is, I want to be just like him.
When you drink, you don't just drown yourself. Stop underage drinking.
The crew and I were really ecstatic about winning for the second time, especially because in order to win the same competition twice, you have to raise the bar that much higher. So to know that we were that much farther ahead than anybody else, it was like a feeling like no other.
We feel real great about winning second place. You know, it's our first year in the competition, and I feel we did great to bring home second place. And I know next year the other people will step up and maybe bring home first place.
And that's it for this week's edition of Jaguar News.
We'll leave you with more footage from the 2014 dance concert. Goodbye.